The mighty Federal Reserve raised interest rates yesterday as America's central bank seeks to bear down on borrowing costs and squeeze demand and inflation out of the world's biggest economy. US interest rates have just gone up 0.75 percentage points. That's 0.75% for the second successive month, as policymakers in Washington bear down on prices. The world's most important central bank, the Fed's main interest rate, is rising to tackle US inflation of 9.1%, lower than the UK's 9.4% inflation rate. But US interest rates are now 2.5%, with the Fed having raised 4 times in 5 months. The Bank of England's interest rate here in the UK is 1.25%. So UK inflation is higher than in the US, but our central bank's interest rate is much lower. The Bank of England's also up rates 4 times this year, like the Fed, but has been a lot more cautious, raising borrowing costs in much smaller steps. This latest move by the Fed puts pressure on UK policymakers to raise rates significantly when it meets next Thursday. So we're heading for a world of higher interest rates, but also higher energy bills, as wholesale energy costs keep rising, not least due to ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Last October, energy regulator Ofgem set the energy price cap, which regulates average household fuel bills, at £1,277. In April this year, that cap rose significantly to £1,970. Now, with war in Ukraine having sent wholesale gas prices soaring, gas that's used to generate 40% of our electricity, household bills could rise above £3,000 a year from October, when a new Ofgem cap takes effect. This cap, it's hugely important. It impacts around 22 million UK households. But guess what? The price of gas is still rising. Yesterday, it went up about 2% after Russia put yet more limits on supplies pumped to Western Europe. Wholesale energy prices show no signs of falling anytime soon. So much so that respected industry analysts are now predicting that Ofgem energy price cap could rise yet further next year, sending wholesale fuel bills to an astonishing £500 in January 2023 alone, and over £4,000 across the year as a whole. Whoever's our next Prime Minister, be it Rishi Sunak or Liz Truss, they're going to face a serious energy crisis this autumn, scrapping VAT on fuel bills, suspending green levies on electricity. It simply won't be enough. Soaring energy bills could result in widespread non-payment, and I don't say that lightly. Interest rates are rising across the globe, and the Bank of England will need to follow suit, not least next week. But there's a serious European energy crisis brewing too, as Russia squares up to the West. It's a really tough situation, and as millions of us face spiralling bills, our elected leaders, not least the next British Prime Minister, faces some pretty tough decisions. And that's our on-the-money question today. Just how should the West respond to this looming energy crunch?